and welcome back to the timeout. And what a time has it been, right? We have been away for quite some time. So I guess in a way, our name is meeting our personality. So timeout has been technically taking a timeout. And for those of you wondering why, well, as you probably have already guessed, podcasting and video casting for me is purely a hobby. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and promise that I'm actually going to dedicate myself and become a very, very active participant of the podcasting world. No, that's not true. I wouldn't do it. Very, very purely and very, very simply, I do podcasting because I enjoy to talk. I enjoy to connect with my audience at the same time. But we might start some streaming now that we can, right? I mean, I do have a new computer, and thanks to a very dear friend of mine, he assisted me to buy one of the best choices for the budget that I had. So that's actually good. That's actually good. So with that said, I want to welcome you to our new format of podcasting, which includes video. Am I always going to be doing video podcasting? No. Depends. Maybe I have a bad hair day. However, though, I want to connect in an interpersonal way because I feel sometimes that viewing someone creates a much more better understanding of who they might be and how they talk, and also the expressions that they have on their face and all of that. So welcome back to the podcast. So to begin with, I would like to state that the Timeout is a podcast that intends to bring people together, create a collective of people, people that they like to debate, argue, and also from time to time, whenever I have a chance, I'm going to be bringing individuals that I meet in my life and that I find extremely, extremely interesting. Now, I have some people in mind. Potentially, we're going to be having them hosted soon on the timeout itself. When exactly, I don't know. There's been a lot of things going on in my life recently, starting from getting over a heartbreak to getting a promotion to finding out that I am enlisted in the Greek military. There is a lot of things going on at the moment that they will keep my attention and interest deviated to other areas as well. But either way, not to worry, I'm going to be doing what I can, and what I want from you, I don't know, if you have the time to spend some time with me and either listen to me or communicate and discuss with me or even have a coffee with me. God bless. That'll be amazing. Now, with that said, welcome back to another format of the podcast itself. I don't intend to keep a very, very long video because this is the first time I'm actually doing this, so it's purely mostly testing. But how have you guys been? It's been really, really a long, long time since the last time that you probably saw me advertising a new episode. To the dedicated people, that 1%, because it's actually kind of funny. I have dedicated people who listen to the podcast from the Philippines and another one from Cuba. How? I mean, how is that even? So podcasting has an amazing opportunity and power. And truthfully speaking, I think that podcasting has the ability to bring people and also like-minded individuals across the world into a completely new, different space. A space where you can actually communicate with people, a space that you can share your own opinions and thoughts and probably find podcasts that they are actually close to your interests, right? So with that said, this is my first attempt into making a podcast, which is, first of all, virtually. Virtually as in the sense that I'm actually recording this as a video and then I'm going to post it later on online. And also, I'm actually very, very excited to use my new tools. Like, I have a new computer. I'm using my phone as a camera right now, so I have a much better quality, better internet, better headset. So I'm like, why not? Let's try to use that and see how it goes, right? So it's been an amazing time from a personal standpoint. It's been an amazing time. Not as I said previously, I had a heartbreak, so obviously that was terrible, and that completely alternated and changed me as an individual. But also I grew out of it, so naturally I learned more and I grew as an individual. So no, that's terrible. I'm gonna leave that outside of the equation. However, though, it's been an amazing period of time for my life. And the reason behind it is because I got a promotion, and I'm gonna be starting soon on the 1st of March, and I'm looking forward to that. And I'm technically, from this stage onwards, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this or not. I'm technically, I'm gonna say the word instructor without basically giving away too much in the case. So essentially, we're gonna be conducting classes. Now, do I have the voice for that? No. Do I have the accent or the appropriate amount of English? I would say yes, but I do want to work on my accent more, because why not? I mean, the best accent. Why not have the best accent out there, right? So, a couple of news. Now that I got a promotion, probably I'm not going to be as available as I want to. However, I'm going to try to be as available as I can. Write that down, Twitter. So it's been an amazing period of time as well. I've noticed, because I've been following the news, I've been following as well the entertainment aspects, and I've started watching a new show. Now, the show itself, it's called The Last of Us. In case that you don't know it, it's actually a game adaptation. It talks about what happens in a world where essentially humanity has been stricken, or there is this kind of essentially not parasite, but this mycos, which infects individuals and it forces them to become zombies. They lose control of their bodies and they try to infect other people, etc., etc. So the story follows basically a father who lost his daughter as okay, probably I'm not going to say that, spoiler alert. So anyway, so the story follows basically a father who has been attempting to survive the post-apocalyptic world in very different circumstances and ways and reasons. Now, in that case there, I have to say, and I have to admit, that it is one of the best game adaptations that I've seen. I haven't seen such a great adaptation neither with Lara Croft. I haven't seen the same adaptation neither with World of Warcraft. So in a way, in that case there, I would say that this is what happens when movie companies stick to the source material. And we saw the backlash that the Lord of the Rings and the Rings of Power had. We saw the backlash, obviously. They tried to actually portray everybody as a hater, as a racist, and all of that. Didn't really work out, did it? And now they're actually forced to change the way how they're going to follow up with the script. So for Amazon, that was like a 1 billion money down the drain, essentially. Anyway, so but with The Last of Us and HBO, what they've done actually absolutely brilliant is that they actually found a way to portray the characters that the gamers know, the gamers love, in a completely different way, which is nice. And also they still bring their own aspects to it, which is also pretty cool in my opinion, if you ask me. So naturally, I would say that a combination of this, of combining a combination of the source material and having the creative liberty to bring some stories and tell them in the way that you want to tell them, is going to appeal. And we saw that with episode 3. We saw that basically with episode 1, which was the opening and the introduction of the characters. Episode 2 was basically jumping into the adventure, and then episode 3, which had nothing to do, it was essentially purely the most romantic story I've ever seen. And it crushed your heart in the end, because yes, they can. So honestly, how are we going to be able to move from that to the next episode? I'm not too sure, but I had the opportunity to watch the episode with friends of mine and loved ones, and it was a unique experience watching people cry, because I haven't cried in so long. I don't think I'm actually able to cry, or at least I've become very immune to emotion, or if better said, and I don't want to say that, but better said, I think I've taken so much shit personally myself that I'm simply immune to anything that goes on. I'm kind of like, have you seen that kind of meme that goes like, it is what it is? Well, that has been the situation for me for a really, really long time. Anyway, so that though these are the basic news that I wanted to actually state. As I said, this is going to be a very, very short episode. I'm not going to keep it too long and talking about this endlessly. The material is being tested at the moment, so I'm looking forward for you to tell me whether you enjoyed this kind of new format for the timeout. And at the same time, well, welcome back to the timeout. I'm looking forward to connect with more of you, and probably we might actually start as well streaming on Twitch. Until then, toodaloo. I wish you a lovely day. Take care. How do I stop this? I'm kidding. I know how to stop it. Have a good one. Bye bye.